As the southern part of the island of St. Lucia makes strides in its growth, development, and job creation, Ojo Labs is making its contribution. This entity has been in operation for a year and has so far made a dent in the unemployment rate of young people. The co-founder of Ojo Lab, David Rubin, in his presentation to the Cabinet of Ministers and Invest St. Lucia on March 14, 2017, said that he was struck by how good St. Lucians are with computers and multitasking. Minister of Commerce, Industry, Investment, Enterprise Development and Consumer Affairs, Honorable Bradley Felix, in his speech on the quality of the investment, said that what really struck him was the talent identified in the people of St. Lucia as it related to their ability to adapt and work very skillfully on computer applications. However, the question is still being asked: what is Ojo Lab and what does it do?
A little over a year ago, and we're happy to say we're at about 173 people at this point, which has been really powerful for us because of the impact that we see that it's doing here in the South. So we're very happy about that. I can tell you a little bit about Ojo because we've gotten a number of questions about what is Ojo Labs, what's this artificial intelligence, what does that all mean? And very simply what it is this: we help people in the United States and in Canada make the home buying process a lot simpler, and really more of the fact finding. So what Ojo is that if you can imagine an app or an intelligence that allows you to ask it questions, and you can ask this app questions, this artificial intelligence, 24 hours a day. What we've been able to do here on the island has been able to start this process, and if you will, think about the artificial intelligence as being a baby, and it has to learn, right? Someone has to teach it that. And what we've been able to do here with the folks here that we work with, we've been able to train the artificial intelligence and continue to train it and teach it so that it's getting smarter and smarter. It's a technology that allows you to ask it questions. If you think about your cell phone or your smartphone, most smartphones have, if you have an Apple, you have Siri, you have Alexa for Amazon, you have Google, Hey Google for Google. And what it really does is it allows you to ask questions, and it provides an answer for you. So what we're able to do is kind of take that a step further, and not only are you able to ask Ojo questions, but Ojo will ask you questions back to try to really kind of narrow down the process and help you find the right home. And again, we deal with the real estate market in the United States. So for instance, if you were in a neighborhood that you weren't familiar with, but you saw a home that you liked, but you really didn't want to bother a real estate agent because you're not quite ready to start that purchase process yet, you can ask Ojo 24 hours a day any question you want about that specific property, neighborhood, how far is it from where you work, and you can start this relationship with Ojo. And what it's going to do is build a profile on you and help you narrow down the type of home that you're looking for.
Ojo Lab has an employment population of over 200 persons who manage the day-to-day task of training this unique technology and overseeing its operations 24 hours per day. The government of St. Lucia has played an integral part in this project by paying a part of the employees' salaries. $1,000 was paid by the government to the first 100 employees for the first 6 months, after which it was reduced to $500 and Ojo pays the difference. Whoever is employed after the first 100 gets part of their salary from the government in the sum of $500. Employee salaries vary between $1,600 and $3,000 per month. They are afforded the privilege of transportation to and from work on the late shifts, and in addition, the company is in the process of setting up a state-of-the-art lunchroom and kitchen for its staff.
a day. We have 3 shifts. So our first shift starting at 7:45 and ends at 4:45. We have a second shift that starts at 2:15 and ends at 11 o'clock at night. And then we have an overnight shift that starts at 11 o'clock and ends at 8 o'clock. And the great thing about that is that we provide, not only the training, but for those folks that actually work the second shift that need a ride home since it's late at night, we provide transportation to their doorstep paid by us. The folks that are actually starting work at 11 o'clock, we actually pay for their transportation to be picked up at their doorstep to be brought into work. One of the other things that we're starting to do, and we'll look back here in a little bit, we'll show you our kitchen facility. We've almost got it completed. We'll actually be purchasing produce from a lot of the local vendors, and we're going to provide food every single day for every single employee for free.
The company also helps its employees to de-stress while at work. They have a proper facilitated lounge which boasts a pool table and tennis table. The employees at Ojo are allowed to visit the lounge at any time of the day if they feel like taking a break from the computers. The company is dedicated to staff development, and each individual within this work environment is given equal chance to grow to their full potential. Persons are trained and promoted regularly.
Since I've been here, I have been in the top 20 since I was here. Last month I was the top agent for my shift, which was my biggest accomplishment here thus far. I also was interviewed to be promoted to be a pace setter, which is you're not a manager yet, but you take charge of agents' calls, you help them out, and I was told I had a very good interview, so I think that's me growing with the company and they putting faith in me basically to see that I can grow together with the company and show confidence in my ability basically.
I've been working at Ojo Labs for about a year and 3 months now, and I have only good reviews about this environment. It is a very wonderful place to work. It provides an opportunity for young people to develop themselves, and also it provides an opportunity for the community that it is established in to develop itself.
The investors are happy about the positive impact that Ojo Lab has on the people in the South, and is also impressed with the life-changing experience that St. Lucia has brought to them.
My family and I, we love St. Lucia. It's changed our lives just by the culture and how hardworking and how dedicated people are to, wanting to do a good job. And I think when you're surrounded with that, we're allowing people to start to believe they can dream again. I talk to a lot of folks when we're interviewing, and I ask them what they want to be when they grow up, and they're like, and I asked them what was the hesitation, and they said, well, there's not a lot of jobs on the island, and when I started noticing that, I started figuring out that when people start to feel like they're in survival mode, they can't dream. And really, it's really happy. It makes me happy to see a lot of folks here that are actually thinking about, what's the next step for them. At some point they want to save to go to school, or, maybe it's, for a study or something like that. But just starting to believe that there's something else that's out there. And, being that, we're stationed here in the South, it's good to see, commerce starting to happen with a lot of folks that live in the South that come in. A lot of people moving to the South from all parts of the island just to be part of this. And, spending money at the grocery stores and clothing stores and things like that. So it's really good to start to see a little bit of that spark kind of happen here in the South.
Ojo has a work environment that is unique to the culture of St. Lucia, and this environment causes staff members to look forward to coming to work each day. As a result, better staff performance is acquired.
Working at Ojo is a very, very positive environment. You come into work and you come in wanting to come to work. You come to work feeling good. Even if you're having a so-so day, there's always someone to motivate you. And not only that, you can motivate yourself as well. It's a wonderful place to work. Positive environment. If you want to take a break, we have a pool table. There are lots of things to do. And not only that, look at the place. It's a very inviting place to be.
During his one-day visit to St. Lucia on August 9, 2018, Bill Clinton and his team took the time out to visit Ojo Lab. He shared some valuable advice and connections with the team to help strengthen the program. The Prime Minister of St. Lucia, Honorable Alan Chastney, was grateful to the past American president for meeting with the management and staff of Ojo Lab. Ojo is currently hiring over 25 St. Lucians every month, and it is expected that by the year 2020, the employee population of Ojo will exceed 650 persons. This state-of-the-art facility provides a training ground for the IT skills of young people and also increase their knowledge of the real estate market internationally.